Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This is the third video in this series of the MMC reformatted R26 Malum Militia, and this one's going to be for their kickback with the Calcitrant. I don't know. You tell me what that says. Anyway, it comes with a card. It's like a credit card. Super nice plastic, not of paper. I like that. And here he is in his bug mode. And I think this is the best looking bug mode of all of the different versions that you can get. There's so many options for how you move them around. I think that's great. You can do a lot with this guy, which obviously you have the wings, but the great range you get with those legs, and they've got multiple ratchets in the waist there, so you can get all these poses. You can get them in just different ways. I think that's great. Good job, young grasshopper. Young grasshopper, good job. But yeah, there we are. So let's do a quick comparison to the G1. And aside from not having a translucent piece for the back, very faithful to the G1 toy, which the G1 toy I think was actually very faithful. In fact, this is my favorite figure when it comes to Insecticons. I just think he looks cool, and I think as a G1 figure, he still looks a lot like the cartoon, and so yeah, it's just a good looking figure. So there we go. Anyway, my question is, the Fans Toys version of this skyrocketed to 300 plus or whatever, and I've actually had two of the Foragers, and I sold my Foragers for 300 bucks. We're still going to do a comparison to Forager. But the question is, if you buy a figure for like less than 100 bucks, which this guy is 100 bucks for a set, but if you buy a figure for less than 100 bucks, the price shoots to 300, another collector wants it for 300, would you sell yours? Or would you keep yours and say, I don't know if there's a reissue coming? Because I know, if I sold my first one, I was told by everybody there's a reissue coming, but I don't think there was no plan for a reissue. But anyway, answer that question in the comments. Let's get into transforming this bad boy. So I think it's actually a pretty simple transformation. Okay, so it's not a hard transformation, but it is a pain when you look at this, because he does have an issue with his ear floppy. No, I just didn't put it back in place. With those legs that go from the back and tuck in here, it's not as easy as you would think to get that in there. So I just kind of made it work. That's the best I could say. There's plenty of room in there, but you just have to manipulate it. However, I don't think I did it quite right, but hey, it looks good. And it's all closed up. So I gotta say this one cleans up the best. It looks the best of the set. And I like it the most, but I also like the character the most. And so maybe that's just my whole interpretation because I like the character. Maybe that's my hang up. I don't know, but I like it. And I think I like it the best out of every set. So like if you look at Bad Cubes or Fans Toys, it's still my favorite. Let's see what he looks like with a good old G1. And of course, you gotta have G1 in there. And it definitely a masterpiece representation, masterpiece version. And you know, I bet you nowadays that this guy, if you get a complete one, costs about the same as you're paying $35 for this guy because you can still get it at BBTS as I've am filming this. They'll probably sell out soon. TF Source sold out of their complete set of these for $100, like in 2 days. I'm surprised BBTS still has it. I just think people don't know. But anyway, this looks pretty good. I'm pleased. I'm impressed. And as a Kickback fan, very happy. It has 2 alternate faces, which I'm not going to be bothered with, but I'm thankful that they included it. And I don't need the smiley smirk. I'm happy with what he's got going on right there. That face works for me. And I'm not one to swap faces out depending on my mood of the day. Here he is with Bad Cube. And as you can see, I think he looks better. So seeing as how I no longer have a Fans Toys, I'm going to throw in a Fans Toys here. But the Bad Cube one looks okay. But again, the lower legs are real stocky. And for them to be about the same height, I think Bad Cube's got it by about a half an inch, quarter of an inch taller by the head, but it's really hard to tell. You can see it on the camera that he is shorter. So this one is shorter. The MMC is shorter. But and I do like having the option for transparent parts to homage the toy, just like you get with the Fans Toys. But overall, this thing is super sleek. The hands are the smallest hands on a Masterpiece figure I've ever seen, including all mini-bots. Not including tapes, of course, the Ravage and Rumble and all that stuff. But anyway, I think it looks pretty good. Still think Fans Toys looks the best and is the best. Let's get a quick back look. Both the ones I have in hand clean up really well from the back. They look great. Don't have much more to say about that. And here they all are as a big mess of them. Does that look good or what? So this guy, this whole set has pretty limited articulation, although this one does have improved waist ratchets because of the grasshopper abilities. I think this is a good figure. I recommend it at $35. You're buying the set for $100. Definitely, I don't think that they're going to last. This reissue is going to burn through fast, and I would say pick it up. Like, subscribe, answer my question. If you bought this thing, bought the Fans Toys one for $100, would you sell it for $300, wait for a reissue, or would you hold on to it no matter what? Titanium hanger out.